So
My name is Morten Lund, and I have on my business card that I'm a chief ideologist. Well, I basically take some of my own ideas and some of other people's ideas, and then I try to sell them, either sell the idea as a product or sell the idea as a thing, a potential investment for people with money or interest from that side. It's very hard. I'm trying a lot with my kids to explain it to them, but it's very hard. But they see all the people coming, so sometimes they ask, this guy is coming because we need him in this project. So we're talking to him. So I'm selling ideas to people, to money, to companies, and basically that's how you build companies. So we built some of the most game-changing companies in the technology industry. So I went, of course, I finished high school, I went to university. I was not really able to focus on that, and I started by then a company, and I was also on the side. I had a full-time job as a professional handball player, actually, and then I started working on selling all the stuff for students when they graduate, books and hats and T-shirts, and that became a consulting company for technology because we wanted to do something else, and we sold that company to one of the largest advertising companies in the world, Leo Burnett. And then I was very rich, and I started investing my money, and I did that into a lot of companies where I invested in my own ideas, got people to execute, to do my ideas, make them happen. And then I took all my money and put into a newspaper project where I lost everything I had, and my houses and I never had big cars, so that was not a problem. My art collections, and now I'm doing what I started doing. I've started a couple of companies, and I'm also starting a couple of investment funds where we have money from other people who will invest into good projects. That's basically what I do. And my ultimate background is very crucial, which is my childhood. But the rest doesn't really mean that much. I'm a little bit, I sometimes kick myself because I don't have a longer education. And I really want my kids to have it. But I'm also afraid if I would have taken a university degree, I would not have been as twisted in my brain, because it's really important to be both extremely twisted and then also be extremely executing and get things done. It's a very fine line. So so I think the background is important, but it's the drive, and I think the drive comes from your childhood. I had an extremely good childhood, so now I'm trying to fuck up everything. I think the very coolest aspect of my job is that I have somehow I'm so lucky to have the ability to make people really burn for stuff they didn't know they burned for. I can really put fire into people's eyes. Take this small idea, incept it into somebody's brain, of course not intentionally, who have been coming to me, and then see them start running and reporting back to me, and running to the States or to China and calling home, this is happening, this is cool, texting me, we met this company, we changed this thing, that's fantastic. I really, too good to be true. The restriction of what I do is the development speed of technology. I cannot keep up with everything. I cannot keep up with, I haven't seen the timeline features, all the stuff in Facebook yet. I feel very bad, it's 2 weeks old. But I haven't had the time to understand that, to try the new features in Salesforce, to get totally into LinkedIn. How does that work now? How do I advertise in there? All of this is, the technology is moving so fast, and there is so much. It was much easier when I didn't have so much to do during the day. I could be surfing, and all night I didn't have kids, But it's really, that's coming back to time, but the speed of technology development is just killing it. And everyone can do an app, everybody can do a game very soon on these new platforms. You can't make it. I would definitely tell myself to keep admiring and chasing women. It was a little bit hard by then back, and yeah, enjoy the other gender. I would tell myself to, well, let's do what I did, take your own road and be ready to be smacked. It will cost a lot to do it your own way. And then I'm not sure if I would recommend it, but I would probably also tell myself not to compromise too much, even though it can also mean a lot of big hits in the face. But that's what I really like about my life. But I mean, it's basically how it panned out.